Hello everyone and welcome to a special boss rush challenge between Antii85 and Ness Martin. This is boss rush. That means you start with all the spells, all the items, all the techs, and hello. I sound so good right now. We gotta turn this off. I hate Twitch preview. It always starts. But as I was saying before I interrupted myself, you start with all items, all spells, all techniques, low MP cost for those spells, and it's a large gray palace. But Thunderbird is required, so we'll see how these two do. Martin has about 12, 13, maybe 14 tall cans in. He just came off of a PB, Super Mario Bros. 3 co-op. It took about 6 hours and 27 minutes. Finally got it. Well, let's just say his girlfriend finally beat it for him. See, Antii finds Magic Container Cave. This is Antii's first boss rush attempt. Martin has forfeited out of his last 27 boss rush races, so he's very familiar with the early part of the game. Antii doesn't really know how to play, so he's going to search Magic Container Cave, maybe find a heart container or magic container. All the other items will be P-bags, which are nice to find early. You can level up as you go. We'll see what happens. We have, is this 4 or 1 on Martin's side? I didn't see the MOA, so I'm going to say it's 1. Nope, there's the MOA. It's 4. So 4 is on the Western continent. It's going to be a lot easy for me to track. As you see, all the spells and all the items are already there. Everyone has everything. I should take the gems off, though. That's a leftover from the Zelda II Randomizer finals, the official one, between Digshake and Unos. So we'll do this. Heart container in Magic Container Cave. So Antii has a little bit of a leg up here. That and the fact that his name is not Martin should give him a decisive advantage. Martin goes into 4 and just decides not to go in. Probably a good call here. 2-1-2. You don't have Reflect. Well, you do have Reflect because you have all the magic items. It's going to take me a little bit to get used to. You don't have keys, but he's going to farm the Nut Knuckle here. A little bit dangerous with the fiery poops coming down. 200 points that Nut Knuckle is worth. So he'll probably grab a few levels. This is either 2 or 5. It is 2. So 4 and 2 are on the Western continent. One more palace to be discovered. What's Martin going to do here? Doesn't seem like he's fully committed to leveling up, but he definitely got a couple levels there. 2-1-2. Antii is now 2-1-1. And he's going to go through 2. Probably the better of the 2 calls right now. Again, for those not familiar with Boss Rush, it's basically you find the boss, like Helmet Head, here in the next room. Kill him, and then just move on. Take what you can get in levels. Low priority on magic because spell costs are so small. Very quick Carrick as well. So both these players should have a gem pretty soon. Martin takes a death to Carrick. Helmet Head goes down for Antii. Antii's going to get a 1-0 gem lead here. He cares not for your levels. He's not going to go back and get a few. Get a 2 for 1. He's just going to take it as he comes. What do I have? He's player 1 here. Okay, so we'll just mark this off. Palace 2. Attempt number 2 on Carrick. Martin's swinging the sword because he doesn't know how to play video games. And Carrick goes down, so Martin is going to get the 2 for 1. He's going to take attack level 3. He's going to bypass magic level 2. Bypass life. Oh, he's going to take life 3 instead of bypassing it for attack 4. That's interesting. Now he's going to go back and farm attack 4. Level 1, Palace 1 is the other one on the Western continent. So it's 4, 2, and 1, which leaves 3, 5, and 6 over on the Eastern continent. It's probably the best breakdown you can get early on, where it's not 1, 2, and 3, obviously. We have an item in Palace 2, Palace 1. Let's see what this is. Again, only heart containers and magic containers are really available. Everything else is a 500-point P-bag, and that's very helpful, especially early on. So, see what happens here. And it's the P-bag. It's 500 points. And there's Palace 4 finally completed for Martin. Both players have 1 gem apiece at the 5-minute mark. Martin has the lead on levels. Antii has the heart container via the magic container cave. And he has a little bit of knowledge of beating. I'm sorry, he has already beaten 2, and he has the knowledge of where 1 is, and he's a couple of rooms in already. So Martin a little bit behind on the exploration. Antii's going to go to the elevator here. Well, Martin's going to go through Magic Container Cave since he found it. It's very short. He is a 100% all keys player, so he's used to doing this cave about 37 times an hour. He'll pick up that heart container. Look at these 2 red diaries just hanging out. 70 points apiece. That is the absolute worst they can be. They can actually be up to 200 points. Actually, it's not the worst. 50 points is the worst. They can be worth up to 200, though. He grabs the heart container. Both players sitting at the original 4 magic containers and 5 heart containers. Antii looking to find Horsehead. Desert counters are the most brutal encounters in a traditional non-randomized encounter overworld, as the worms, the Geldarms in the original game, count as large enemies. They often get replaced by Dairas and Goriyas and the like moblins. No, 50 is the worst for the red Dairas. They're 100 normally. They're plus or minus 2 levels. 50 would be the worst. It has to do with their original experience level. And then it's plus or minus 2 there. It doesn't matter their grouping. And just like we saw with Antii finding Helmet Head early, Martin decides to go right and finds Helmet Head. Probably the best decision Martin ever made right there was to go right. And he did. And he's going to knock off Helmet Head. What does he decide to do here? He's well in position to get attack level 5, and he's going to do such. Antii finds a dead end in Palace 1. It's got to go a different direction as Martin places the 2nd gem. Five, 2, 3 levels. You're going to see Martin rock the magic level 2 for as long as he can. With the attack, with the low magic levels of the seed or the flag set, there's no importance whatsoever in taking magic levels. The odd situations where you may need to refill your magic, if it works out that way, it's never planned, and it would be completely at random if it does happen. But that's where you might want to take a magic level, or if you're okay with attack level 5, attack level 6, you have life level 6 or 7, and you just want to take a few magic levels to round it out. It's acceptable, but it's probably pointless. And we have Horsehead. So we've seen all the bosses so far on the Western continent. Each player has down 2 of them. Antii's going to tie it up here, 2 gems apiece. And he'll be looking for Palace 4, which was the first one Martin found. Martin also finds the item in Palace 1. Took Antii a little long, little bit of a time sink there in Palace 1. Before he was able to find Horsehead. Probably an up A there by Martin was the experience, the veteran move, saving a little bit of time on the walk back. Go through some nasty swamp encounters here. Are these mixed large and small? They're mixed large and small enemies, I believe. They are. But I don't think the... Oh, the encounters are shuffled. Okay. There's a grass spot. I wonder if Antii's going to check it. Again, he hasn't played. I think this is his first boss rush, and again, Martin has forfeited his last 67 attempts. Antii does the anti-wiggle, where you pass the grass tile, go down 3 tiles, go right 1, go up 2 more, and enter the encounter that way. It pretty much is 100% that you don't take an encounter if you do it like that. He definitely just patented that move just now. Certainly going to save some time with later races for other players. He's going to dip into the desert encounter, find one of the P bags, the large P bag on the Western Continent, 200 points. As Martin gets a 200 point P bag in Palace 1. But look out there. That's a nice little greeting there from that Doom Rattle, Gumme. Antii finds North Castle. He decides not to go in. He'll try to remember where that is for another time. Moving along. Just looking for 4, and I have to, again, mention the fact that Martin did find 4 first. And this could be it right here. And there you go. Both players are in the last palace for them on the Western Continent. I don't have any music or any sound from the game, so what I'll do is I'll just play generic music in the background. Let me know if the Larity music ratio is good. Carrick, fight for Antii. He's going to try to beat Martin's best, 1 death. Carrick's doing a number on him as well. 2 hits already. Buzzes the tower and then hits him again. That's 3 hits for Carrick. But Antii was able to down him as Martin finds Horsehead. So they're going to be both at their completion of the Western Continent relatively at the same time. There's Palace 4 for Antii. And there's Palace 1 for Martin. So close race so far at the 12 minute and 27 second mark. 3 gems apiece, no bathroom breaks for either player. And at least 1 tall can so far for Martin. Antii goes by North Castle again and decides not to go in this time. Martin decides to take a random swamp encounter. Swamp encounter on the desert in that little section right there. Antii took it as well. I don't know where Martin's going, or if he has to get back to a mainland. I didn't notice if they had to take a cave to get to Palace 1 or not. But Antii sure knows where the raft spot is. It's over by the thing. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. He's in Heart Container Cave. That's my bad. I confused that with Parappa Cave. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done one of these. So Martin's at 5 magic containers and 5 heart containers. So is Antii. But we are in either 3 or 6. We'll see in a second. This is indeed 6. I can't guarantee that Martin knows where the grass tile is. I'm sorry, well, the grass tile is next to the raft spot. I don't know if he knows where the raft spot is. He's going to find it right now, though. And he's going to dip into the grass tile and grab another magic container. And this is interesting because these are the only items in the game that could really help you. Everything else, again, you already have. And out of the 4 possible items we've found so far, 2 have been magic containers. 1 has been a heart container. So they're getting very lucky, very fortunate. This is going to be a fast seed. Martin wakes up to Palace 6 on the Eastern Continent. Antii already about 2 minutes into it. It's going to drop a couple times. Spawns a red iron knuckle from that statue because he doesn't think the game is hard enough. So he wants to add a little bit of a challenge. Again, he is the 41st ranked player in Zelda II Randomizer. Ness Martin is 251st. I think a boatload of Martin's points has come in a race where he's forfeited after somebody else has forfeited. And that just gave him a bunch of points and boosted him up those rankings. Antii finds a dead end. He's going to up A. Martin's going to drop the same way Antii did before. Again, this is a special boss rush challenge for the World Championship of the World of Sweden. The World Junior Zelda II Randomizer Championship Final. See, Martin just died in the area where Antii spawned an extra red iron knuckle, just proving the fact that Antii is just really not taking this game seriously. It's so easy to him. Where a seriously skilled player like Martin could die in the same room where Antii spawned a second red iron knuckle. It just shows the separation of talent from the two players. Oh, Antii, I think, wanted to go left there. He's going to ferry through. I didn't see this drop before. See where this brings him. Okay. Gets a little doom knocker to the face. And gets looped around to where he just was. So he's got to find a different path to go. Martin lands on top of the ceiling where Antii up A'd before. Decides to go left now. And arrives in the Canadian hole room. He's going to drop. And now he's back on the path he was before. This one's going to bring him right to the jump room, I believe. And then next fall is going to bring him to the fairy room. And this one should land him on top of a... Nope. He's going to find a ledge, and he's going to go continue right. Martin's on a different path here. But finds a loop as well, or a double back, and I didn't see it. Missed the fairy, but that's going to be a blessing in disguise right there. Hopefully it doesn't up A. Got a Rebo fight. The winner can scroll right off the screen. And Antii is the winner. So he's going to grab the key and head right. Hopefully finding Barba in the next room. We have not seen the item room, I do not believe. And here is the item room. So definitely not the right path. He is going to take the time to go through the item room, though. Only 2 magic containers and 3 heart containers available in all of Hyrule. Martin having a little trouble making jumps there. He just failed the jump sobriety test. And he goes into the second of the fairy required rooms. Or possible fairy required areas. And he's going to go left to find a elevator that goes up. Antii takes a 500-point P-bag. Not what he wanted to see, but otherwise probably expected. Odds are huge that was going to be a P-bag, I believe. Definitely less than 50% at this point. So Martin went left here. Antii is going to go left as well. He makes the jump, unlike his Swedish counterpart. This one's going to be a little bit of a problem. These bubbles get in the way like nobody's business right now. Makes the 3-tile high jump. Martin tries to not take another lava bath in this room. Probably one of the 4 rooms in Zelda II Randomizer where it's totally acceptable to use the fire spell. Especially with... probably not with mixed small and large, but Martin is the first to Barba. If the smaller enemies are probably easier to hit with fire, larger enemies will just walk off the cliff anyway, so... Let's see how he does. Attack level 6. Casts the jump spell, gets a couple hits there, a couple more hits, he's down to half health. Picks the wrong hole. which is probably the title of his college sex tape. A couple more hits there. He's probably one more cycle away. And Barba goes down. Martin's in a position to take attack level 7. As Antii walks into the room. He hesitates there a little bit. I don't know if that's going to cost him the 3rd pick guaranteed Barba spawn. It does not. Also attack level 6. Does not do as much damage on the first cycle. I think he did a little bit more damage on the second cycle, though. As Martin makes his way out of Palace 6, trying to find one of the other palace on the main overworld. Entrance to the Valley of Death, and then the entrance to Maze Island for the last palace. And there is the gem. So 4 gems apiece at the 21-minute mark. This one's going pretty quick. Pretty quick. We might have to ask them to play 2. It is 4:43 a.m. in Sweden, January 5th, 2017. Good morning to everybody over there. Again, this World Championship of the World Swedish Finals is being contested under Boss Rush flags. Martin took a little death there in a probably harmless forest encounter. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody die in a forest encounter before. He's going to duck into the desert tile, hoping to find a more magic container or heart container. Finds a red jar. Didn't want that. He's going to move on. Towns are useless. We're going to duck... didn't duck into a town, sorry. One tile before it. Martin's going to redeem himself in this forest encounter. Nicely done. He's going to go around, go through the graveyard. Antii's going to go down. The lava encounter is on the road path. This is not the least fun you can have outside of the Great Palace in a Zelda II Randomizer, is finding this encounter. Takes his time, kills a couple of things, walks out. That River Devil, they do have the flute. They didn't sing the lullaby, though. They decided to cheat and walk around them. I don't know if that's against the rules or not, but we'll have to check with the judges after this. Antii might have disqualified himself by leaving the path and not using the horn. Is Dig here? Can we have a ruling on that, Dig? While we wait for the ruling, we'll just watch him go through another lava encounter. And this is one of the most difficult things in the world is... Martin does use the horn. He understands the rules. He does step down into the graveyard, though, so I'm not sure if that disqualifies him either. Both players are risking disqualification. They may not be a world champion of the world of Sweden because of those actions. Let's see. Horn is never required. All right, Dick Shake, thank you very much. I wasn't clear on the rules. The international rules of the game. Thank you for specifying. Antii goes up 1 red jar to none on the overworld. That's going to play a huge part later on in the game. 10 red jars, and Thunderbird goes down half health, I believe. There's Maze Island. Let's see if it's either 5 or 3. It's 3. Martin's going to up A, get full lives, full health back. Take care of that 200-point nut knuckle and make his way through. So we had a quick Carrack, we had a quick Helmet Head, and we have a quick Rebenek. This seems like it's a pretty easy seed. 6 took a little while, 1 took a little while, but ultimately the means to get the Barber was there. You just had to take a left down the first elevator. Anti's going to go through New Kasuto. He's going to talk to the lady. The lady's going to require, who knows, 6 magic containers. And he's going to duck out. Not a bad strategy there. It's 2 houses in. If she has a magic or a heart container, it's not going to be that much of a loss of time, but the inexperience is showing there. Because the veteran Martin, the 251st player in the world, does place the 5th gem of the game in Palace 3. Now he's going to search for Palace 5. Finds a P-bag on the way. He's in a position to take attack 8. He's not going to take attack 8. He's going to spread that around through life levels and maybe take magic 4. I don't know if he's at 3, though, yet. I have to see next time it pops up. Antii is 723. Martin's got to take a risk here. He's got to get off the road. He's got to go explore life to find this palace. And he finally does. Finds a desert tile. He'll probably pop in there. This at the 26th minute mark, it's interesting to note that this is the longest Martin has gone after midnight in Sweden without forfeiting. So definitely a PB on the line for him if he does manage to finish it. Antii finds a dead end through the Desert of Love. It is a large great palace. T-Bird required. I believe on Martin's screen we saw the entrance to the shadow of the Valley of Death. Both players still have not found 5. Antii has not found the Maze Island yet. Martin goes back on the road. He's a little bit scared of the encounters. I can't blame him. He's died a few times in them. I believe I just saw a Palace 5. Martin's going to be in his 6th palace here before Antii gets into his 5th. But he is well on his way. And remember, Rebanak was like... Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was not Maze Island. That was the Western Continent ferry. Magic container on the water tile. He's going to check the desert tiles as well. P-bag. That's going to be Magic 3 if he opts to take it. He's probably going to... I'm sorry. Life 8. He's already 727, and he's going to have a huge amount of XP here to exit. He's definitely played his experience correctly. Again, if Kulain, I'm going to trust Kulain on this, where Magic 4 is going to be huge to offset the cost of Fairy. And he's already got Attack 7, Life 7, so he really doesn't need Attack 8 or Life 8. He can just kind of take the Magic levels or do whatever he wants to. He can take Attack Life 8 and probably 2 attack. And look how quick we found Guma here. This is either setting the precedent that Great Palace is going to be very short, or it's going to be a bulk of the game. Enemies are randomized whether they're invulnerable or not. That's why you see downstab work on some enemies where it won't work during the regular game. In return, a bot or a Octorok could be vulnerable, or a Moa, or even the same enemies. Lizalfos is as well, and sometimes you can't really tell if the Lizalfos is invulnerable or if you're just not hitting it correctly. There's the 6th gem for Martin. He takes a swig of the tall can, puts it down. No bathroom breaks, by the way. He's going to hit the wall a couple times, mocking the creator of the game, obviously. There's his Life 8, and here comes a couple magic levels. There's 1. There's 2. And we'll stop counting because Antii is fighting Rebo. Gets up to Magic 6, has 890 left. He's going to take the ceramic dog and put the rest on a service merchandise gift certificate. Up A. And make his way to the Valley of Death. As Antii downs Palace 3. One more left. He's got to search for it, though. It was kind of hard to find. It was down below. He's doing a down stab stab routine. Couple ducks right there. A little head banging. He's probably listening to some Metallica. Or whatever the kids listen to nowadays. Jethro Tull, whatever. Martin's very close to the Shadow Death. Let's see if he can do this in under 18 encounters. That was one. There's a second one. It is a free tile on the lava. Let's see. He's just going to do a skip here. Gets kind of a bad spawn. I don't think he got that because he walked too far away. There we go. So once again, the inexperience of Antii not playing this too much. He was kind of searching for an item. Didn't find it. Opts to get out. So he minimized his time looking for something, which was good. Didn't want to see him waste a lot of time there. Just because Martin's in the Great Palace doesn't mean anything. He has the tendency to not understand what's going on and get confused. Fairy feats a couple times, makes his way into the Great Palace. Great Palace is a full Great Palace, Thunderbird required. He pauses the game, he reaches over, grabs the TV guide, he's going to look through it. Sweden lost the junior hockey game, so I think he's going to look for something else on the television. Or did he get up? I don't know. Kind of look like I see his arm, but it's possible he went to the bathroom. Let's check chat. Doesn't say anything in chat, so hope he's okay. Hope he didn't fall or slip, or I hope the hydraulics on the chair did not break. I've had that happen one time. It is not fun. He does weigh about 65 pounds, soaking wet. Oh, he's back. Bathroom is in the kitchen, so it minimizes his time. He had a little construction done over the holiday to save himself some time during races, because that's been his biggest problem, the long walk to and from the bathroom during a race. In the time Martin went to the bathroom, Antii found Palace 5, found Guma, and is on his way to kill him. And down goes Guma. So a costly bathroom break for Martin. He should have probably not wiped or washed his hands, and who knows if he did or not. Not really paying attention to the Great Palace there, but it looks like we're in the Jackamus room right away. See if he goes down, he'll go right. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Man, you had upstab. I don't know why who would do that. But he does get buzzed thundered. It is, again, 4:55 in Sweden. He's probably drunk and tired. I can't blame him for that. Other people do it when they're wide awake in the middle of the day. So it's nothing you can make light of. He's going to go check for the fairy. Does not get the fairy. He's going to then check for the red jar. He's going to jump all he wants and hit all he wants. There's not going to be no jar there because there is a Moa. I think he's going to take a cave. I don't know if he necessarily knows where the Valley of Death is. Martin's through the Jackamus room again. Was that a big loop, or did he up A? That is a right. Have to pay attention to this Great Palace. He's looking for another jar. Martin needs to collect 10 red jars. Like I said, Thunderbird goes to half health if that happens. He does finally find one. Gets knocked around a little bit by the bubble. And he'll make his way through. 768, Martin is wasting a lot of time trying to find jars for minimal gain. He's going to go through this room. There's a big bubble in there. Antii's still looking for Valley of Death. Finally found it. This, I believe, is a one-piece chicken meal room that Martin is in. Mixed small and large enemies. Let's see what we get. We get the spicy chicken variety. Go down. Got a chicken and waffle room. Let's see how fun this room is. Only one in the first set of in the first waffle. Takes a hit. Gonna try to get over all of them. But the rope. Let's not underestimate the rope in there. That's gonna continuously spit fireballs at you that you can't block with your shield without the reflect spell. The second set of waffles has a blue chicken. He's just gonna go up and over in that as well. He already cast the jump spell. I'm sorry, the Yump spell. This is the World Championship of the World of Sweden, so I should say it properly. Red chicken here, blue bot to the face, and he will drop down as soon as he makes his way through. Now he has to cast jump again because he doesn't know how to hit blocks. Takes a couple more hits from that chicken and finally gets out of there. Falls down into the wide open room. He can go left or right here. Antii makes his way into the Great Palace. There was a left there when you first enter, so that is interesting. There is actually a few rooms I missed because I was watching him navigate the overworld, so start there. Martin went left there. He's looking, he's going to try to collect another red jar. He does not get one. He's really going ham on these red jars. It must be some sort of part of boss rush. I don't understand how many you have to collect to win the game. Antii's going to make his way through the fun room. Does not have enough fun, so he's going to do it again. Got the fairy cast off there pretty late. Dead end for Martin. That's a shame. And Martin enters a fun room of his own. I totally lost control of this Great Palace. That's alright. Up A for Antii. See what he does. What if he's going to check left here? He's got a couple options that he has not explored. Through the fun room, Martin's going to make his way down an elevator at the end of this room. Let's remember that left, as soon as you start, was left unchecked. As far as I can tell, I don't know if people looped around to it or not. Martin sees an opportunity to look for another red jar. He's going to do just that. He gets the fairy, though, instead. Not happy about that. He really wants to see these red jars. He's made it his goal in this game to collect every single red jar from this palace. That's a nod to the other, or another Swedish Zelda II Randomizer player, King Dahl, who knows where every red jar is. Martin's marking his territory saying, hey, buddy, you're not in this World Championship of the World of Sweden. So I'm going to out King Dahl, and grab every red jar as I try to win it. Antii is looking for the red jar as well. Scrolls the screen a little bit, maybe looking for the fairy. But then finds the Moa and realizes there is no red jar. So he saved time in that room over Martin. Let's see if it helps him at all later on. Double spicy chicken in the theater room. Martin's going to cast fairy so he doesn't have a repeat encore performance of that room if he dies. Makes his way through. Gets the flying enemy lava bridge encounter. Antii is in the lesser of the theater rooms. Martin finds a dead end, and Martin's got to be flashing back to any other randomizer race he's ever run, where he takes 45 minutes in Great Palace. He just wants to catch a break. One time, kid. One time, kid, you'll do a Great Palace, and it'll take 5 minutes. But until then, it's going to be your normal 45-minute Great Palace, Martin. So, be prepared for another trip to the bathroom before he completes this one. One-piece spicy chicken meal room for Antii. He's going to go through, and this is the chicken and waffle room with the red Fokker in the first set and the blue one in the second set. Martin takes the death in the Enchantress of Numbers room. Going to go for round 2. He takes another death. I don't know why he's not casting fairy at this point. Last life for Martin. And the PTSD is... Oh, he takes a up A. Up A for Martin. Antii handles that room better than Martin did as well. So he's making some time here, but he's still making, still way behind in the exploration. Martin goes left. Martin goes left. Let's see how this works. Oh, he went left and went to this room. Okay, that's why he up-A'd. Okay, I got you. I missed that while watching Antii. So we're going to go down the Enchantress of Number room, the me room. Looking for a jar. Martin is not having jar luck. This is frustrating him. He wants these red jars. Maybe he'll go back for it. No, he's just going to go through. He's given up the quest to collect every red jar in the game. Antii scrolls the screen, doesn't find an enemy or a fairy, so he's going to get a red jar. And gets it. Martin doesn't go through that room. He's going to opt to go up here. And it's a room that goes left, so he's going to have to go all the way back now. Antii's having fun. Not anymore. Fun room gets him. That's 2 deaths in fun room on this Great Palace so far. So we approach the 41st minute mark. Antii's done. He's just going to cast Fairy. Move on, go down this elevator. I believe this is where Martin went before. Well, Martin's going up. He's going to go for the red jar. Does not get it. See, attempt number 2. He's 0-2. 0-3. Antii gets the fairy. 0-4. Martin's tin cupping this. 0-5. Just give him the red jar already, game. He's earned it. 0-6. This is great. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. This is a Twitch highlight clip for sure. 0-7. He's 0-8. At this point, I don't even care what Antii does. I'm invested. 1-9. That is 11% chance. 11%. He can't even grab it. He's so excited. He finally... Okay, there he goes. He gets it now. Antii through the downstairs room. This is the dinner room with the 2 spicy chickens. Yep. Certainly is. Going back the other through this chicken and waffle room. Is this the one with the flying heads? No, he just must have killed all the other enemies, or they're hanging out by the elevator. Antii finds one of the dead end rooms. He's going to up-A. Let's see if he goes left now, because that's the path Martin is on. Nope. Fun room for Martin. Let's see how fun it is. There's a blue Fokker, a blue bot. King bot falls out through the... And 2 king bots there. So it could have been fun, but it was not fun. Antii goes left, finds the Enchantress of Numbers room, and goes down. Gonna go right. It's your only path. The only way you can go. And I believe Martin went up and left here. That's where he went 1-9 on the jar, I believe. Oh, Martin's 0-1 on that statue. Pack a lunch. This might take a while. He's got to reset the room. He's opting not to go back, or not explore that one either. Finds the fairy room. Remember, if it's a great palace, you always have to go left in the fairy room, because the Thunderbird is there 100% of the time. It's a bug in randomizer, but I believe it's true. And he's going to go down. Probably a mistake. Check out our 3rd theater room. Oh, no. Oh, boy. That's unfortunate. Pretty sure he doesn't want to talk about that. Fun room. The easier of the fun rooms, though. Yeah, there's nothing to that one. And we're in a fairy room. 2 possible fairy rooms. This is only fairy required if you go from right to left. If you go left to right, you can do, you can just walk through. He's going to find an elevator and go down. This might be a good decision for him, or a good direction for him. We're winding down on the number of rooms that are left in the Great Palace. Makes the jump. Antii is pretty close by because he just went over the fun room with the 2 king bots. And this elevator might bring him down to a corridor with the one room that Martin, the secret room that Martin tried to get the red jar in, and then the second secret room. Yes, it does. Antii doesn't stop. Doesn't stop at the second floor. He's going to the cellar. He's going to get the fairy. Housewares, linens, beddings, I believe, are down there. Martin is on a path right, though. I do expect Thunderbird any second now. Oh, no, Antii, that's unfortunate. Here's another fairy, the other fairy required room. You can cast it now, get it over with. Martin's probably going to try to work the jump here, and there is a red jar up there, and we know Martin wants the red jar. So he's going to cast jump, go up there. Totally whiffs on it, and I believe on his last attempt he also whiffed. Antii is at the first of the fairy rooms, so not far behind. Martin's 0 for 1 on that red jar. Let's see what happens now. Now he doesn't have magic, so I don't know what he's going to do. Jump is cheap. There's a magic refill. So you want 1 for 2 on that one. That's the stock 50% chance that you're supposed to have. Still working at about a 26% overall red jar efficiency rate. We can call that 1 for 3 because he missed the first one as well. So 33% chance on that one, under average. One piece chicken room yields just a regular bot, and it somehow hits Martin. Martin, there's no jar there, bro. Keep moving. Through another waffle room. This is the one with the flying stuff. And he's taking a lot of hits there. He's not content to stay low. He's going to go high? No, he's going to go low now. You're trapped there. If they hit fire, you're trapped. He probably should have cast Reflect instead of Shield, but it's always the instinct to cast Shield. I'm not going to blame him on that one. I don't know what the cost of Reflect is, but Shield was pretty free. And we have Thunderbird, so Martin's the first to arrive at Thunderbird. A lot of the palace we've seen, so not out of the realm of possibility that Dark Link is in the next room. Martin casts Thunder, you cast Shield, he's going to cast Reflect. Lowers, decreases your hitbox. And he casts Jump as well. Why not? See if Antii can make up some time here. Doesn't look like Martin's going to have a problem with Thunderbird. Actually, he might be 1 hit away. Well, that just means he's 2 hits. He was 2 hits away. Next hit wins the match, and Martin gets that hit. Thunderbird is down. No Thunderbird in the next room. Antii is on Thunderbird right now, though. Martin does take a death because he was at 1 hit away anyway from death. He's going to go for it. Remember, the orange Fockers have 0 HP. They were not originally intended to be into the game, but Dig Shake is like, I like you guys. Let's put them into the game anyway. And thus, they have 0 HP. 2 rooms away, though, was Dark Link. Martin is the first to arrive. Let's see how he handles this. Goes to the corner. Hits him once in the air. So you punch him in the face when he arrives, and if he lingers, you jump stab him like he's a nut knuckle. And he would have been dead already. Jumps on top of him. He doesn't care. Dark Link is aggressive right now. Gets a couple stabs in there. He doesn't like the fire strats. He's just going to go for it. As Antii arrives at Dark Link, Martin defeats Dark Link, and there's your winner. NES_Martin, the 251st player in the world. That's an SRL time of 49 minutes, 58 seconds. GG. See if we can get a word with our world champion of the world of Sweden in a couple seconds. And Dark Link is down on Antii's side. And that is at 50 minutes and 22 seconds. So again, remember, Antii, this is his first boss rush. And a little bit of an inexperience there cost him some time. He would have won had he been a little bit more experienced, knowing the intricacies of when to and not to look for stuff. But he did very well, 50 minutes and 22 seconds. See if we can get the champ on the line here. My left shoulder hurts from that race. I was crouched over my desk, really enjoying it. 50 minutes went by really fast. And that was way more exciting than I thought it was going to be. I'm trying to ask the champ and his fellow countrymen into Discord. We can get the post-game wrap-up. Hello, Mr. Martin. Congratulations on becoming the world champion of the world of Sweden. Take us through that seed there. It was boss rush, so you had all the items and all the spells already. How long did it take you to realize that you had all the items and all the spells? About 1 second? Okay, that was pretty good. We were worried that you didn't understand the rules of the game, being that you forfeited from your last 43 races. Yeah. Yeah, take me through this. How many red jars did you actually want to collect in the Great Palace? At one point, you were 1 for 9 on one of the statues. I don't know if you knew that. Actually, hold on. Antii's here. We want to talk to him instead of you. Antii, congratulations, man. That was a good time on that race. First boss rush race, right? How'd you like it? You lost, but we don't care about talking to Martin. We want to talk to you. We want to get the opinion of the fresh eyes here. What did you like about the boss rush race? Yeah, you ducked into caves here and there, and for the most part, they worked out for you. You found a couple magic containers and a heart container. It is risky to do stuff like that in a boss rush, especially if you're you know, it's just you know how to play, you know how to race, you know how to play a game. It eats up time. Oh, hold on 1 second. The chat is saying that they cannot hear you guys because I do not have your audio on. So we have to go through this one more time. Again, congratulations, Antii, for the second place. The other guy, he won, but we really don't care.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, Antii.
Yeah, I finished second, and Martin finished second to last. So I mean, what the hell?
Well, he is the 251st ranked player in the world, so he got a little bit lucky there. But he also picked on somebody who's never played before, so
Yeah.
and only lost by only won by what, 5 seconds? I think that really was, if you do the time difference from metric to American standard imperial system.
It was probably only 3 seconds.
Yeah, probably only 3 seconds. But by the way, Antii, why don't you just explain again how you like the boss rush?
This was much more, my type of run. The thing with the the ordinary randomizer, I usually get lost a lot, and I just go to the same place over and over again. So kind of just looking for the palaces and beat them as quickly as possible kind of fits me.
Yeah, it's a nice set of flags for those who really don't want to go through the who didn't like randomizer because of the whole open world stuff and anything can be anywhere kind of stuff. I mean, this is a nice straightforward race. Find the palaces, beat the palaces, and you're done. And they're quick, and it doesn't seem like they can be they linger, these races, especially when things go wrong. And like your regular flags, they could go way wrong, and you can be spending 2 hours not knowing what to do, or an hour and a half and just forfeit like Martin does. Martin, I guess we'll ask you a question now. For those,
Go ahead.
Yeah. So how many red jars did you want to collect?
I entered Great Palace at 30 minutes. That's way better than I ever entered Great Palace. So I thought I was way ahead. So I thought I actually had the luxury of actually trying to collect the red jars.
Oh, so you were showing off, and you didn't think Antii could beat you?
Oh, I mean, I know Antii will beat me any day in Zelda 2 All Keys, but I know he's behind when it comes to randomizer. He hasn't played it as much as I have, and I don't know what he knows about it, if he went for caves or not, or whatever.
Those are strong words, and you have a lot of confidence, Martin. Do you guys have an issue here that I don't know about? Is there some deep rivalry here? Is that why you're digging in the needle?
No, there's probably no rivalry, but I mean, I do know that I would probably beat Antii at the normal randomizer. I probably gave him less credit than I should have for the boss rush, seeing it was only like 22 seconds behind us.
Is that because he's Swedish, or because he's
No,
never played before?
It's because he's really good at Zelda 2.
Oh, you're too nice.
Yeah, he had to cover his tracks there. I don't know if you noticed that, because if you watch this back, he was drawing his name. Like, you know how you can use the hammer and knock out the forest tiles? I'm pretty sure at one time he found the big forest and wrote Antii sucks. But then he got an encounter, and it kind of wiped it out when he left the encounter. All the forest tiles were back. But we have to watch that back in slow-mo to see if that's exactly what happened.
I usually do that myself. Antii sucks.
Yeah, listen, I've tried to write my name before, but then as soon as you get into an encounter, they all go away. Martin, being the world champion of the world of Sweden, how is this going to launch your career into superstardom?
I'm gonna beat Digshake next. I am coming for you, Digshake, if you're listening. And don't turn me down when I challenge you, please.
And on the more important news, Antii, what are you going to be doing this week? Are you playing any more of the Deathless percent?
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna do some any percent Deathless. I'm pretty much done with all keys for now, since I got the sub 78.
Yeah, I heard once you do sub 80, you launch your copy of Zelda 2 onto Mars, and you don't play it again for a while. I believe that's the standard. Yeah. Well, you're doing important stuff. Martin is. He had a 6 hour and 30-minute PB on Super Mario Bros. 3, and he actually didn't even beat it.
We did beat it.
You didn't beat it, but no, you're getting credit for it.
Yeah. We were. It was a co-op. What the hell?
But I mean, the only thing you beat were the Toad houses.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he only played the slot machines and maybe hit an occasional Hammer Brother to get to those slot machines.
Yep. I saw the ending screen of Super Mario Bros. 3. That's all that concerns me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got trolled by the princess too, by Peach.
Yeah, we did.
Well, once again, congratulations, the world champion of the world of Sweden, for the January 4th, 2017 tournament, was the 251st ranked player, Ness Martin. Congratulations, and thank you guys for letting me rebroadcast this.
Yeah, thank you very much, Larry.
Thanks a lot, Larry.
Yeah, I will so much look forward to watching this.
Oh, it was good. It was all new stuff. It was good. Yeah.
But I gotta ask you, we had to have some luck with the palaces, right? I mean, the bosses appeared right away.
Oh, for the most part, if I want to veer away from serious commentating, Angry Larry, and be your friend for a second, Yeah, a couple of those palaces, you went right into the boss. That was like unheard of to have that many of those bosses be like in the next room.
Yeah, there were like three of them.
I actually had a 30-minute Great Palace entry. I thought that would never happen.
Oh, wait a second.
When it comes to...
I'm wrong, Martin. You're not the world champion of the world of Sweden for January 4th, 2017. You guys raced this in January 5th in your time.
Yes.
So this tournament wasn't really legit.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm sorry about that. You guys should probably forfeit so it doesn't get recorded.
But yeah, I actually placed my last gem at 29.11, and that's... I mean, I think 3 of the palaces were bosses right away.
Carrick, Helmet Head, and Guma.
Yeah, exactly.
And Rebenak. It was 4 of them. Rebenak, too, was right there as well.
Rebenak, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Barba was a bit trolly. I actually up 8 in 6.
Actually, in retrospect, he wasn't, because all you had to do was go left in the first room.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But I mean, no one does that.
Well, no one goes for 11 red jars in Palace, the Great Palace when you have full magic either. So, but go ahead, Anti.
That's also true. It was only 9, Larry.
Can you stop ignoring Anti for a second and let him talk? Go ahead, Anti.
I placed my last gem at 32.45, so I caught up quite a bit in the Great Palace.
Yeah, I went for... I mean, I felt like I was so much ahead, given that I placed my last gem so far ahead of my previous PV. So I just felt like I wanted every single red jar in the Great Palace. But yeah, I mean, I in retrospect, that was stupid. And I should never have done it, and I really underestimated you, Antti, and I should never have done that.
Apologize.
Yeah, I apologize.
Actually, say it again and mean it this time.
I apologize, Antti.
All right,
I should never...
With feeling.
Do it in Swedish, man. The guy's Swedish. He doesn't understand.
Jag ber om ursäkt. Jag skulle aldrig underestimerat dig.
Was that made up, Antti, or no?
Okay.
That was good?
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us on this special edition of the World Championship of the World of Sweden for January 4th, 2017. Best of luck to both of you, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for doing this, Larry.
You got it. Take care. All right, guys. That was the World Championship of the World of Sweden, the finals between 251st ranked Ness Martin beating the 41st ranked Antii85 in his first attempt with the bus rush flags. Tune in next time for, I believe we're going to do the World Championship of the Midwest, Dig Shake versus Buzz Thunder. I don't know, versus Link Sevens maybe. But
some races in Anti-Birth Plus 2, right? Or in Afterbirth Plus.
If anybody can complete a run of Afterbirth Plus, I think that's still on the... I don't think I've seen anybody beat it yet, but we could do that, yeah. Absolutely. We got to get Martin and Dig Shake and Buzz racing Binding of Isaac as well, so...
Oh, that would be great.
That'd be awesome. All right, guys, let's head on over to Dig Shake's channel. He is competing in the longest Dragon Warrior 4 completion playthrough ever. Let's go support him. Let's go into chat and go, please fight Ballsack. Thank you very much.